welcome to MGP604. I'm Kevin. With me as ever, the Sheepdog, Anna and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
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 Hi.
We only got 3 the second lap round. That's very disappointing. The countdown timer is 2.5 weeks to go, I think. Or I guess 2 weeks to go from the time the podcast is released. And you'll all be delighted to hear I have cancelled one of my Switch 2 pre-orders.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Which one we'll never know.
Well, the one that I don't have to pay for, the one that I would have to pay for
okay.
now is the one that I've cancelled. I quite like the idea of not paying for a year. So I've decided to keep that one. I don't need Mario Kart. I just need the shiny piece of tech waiting for Pokemon. It's just the fear that they go out of stock. So now we know they're going to be impossible to get hold of for months. And people are going to be selling them on for like 900 quid because I decided to cancel one that I could have sold for 900 quid. It's guaranteed to happen now. If I'd have got them both, if I'd have taken the risk and got them both, they'd have been fully in stock all the time from day one. But now you'll all be happy to know they're going to be out of stock until Christmas. So if you've got one pre-ordered, enjoy selling it and making your money. You monsters.
I got my email from Nintendo saying they were charging me, and I was like,
yeah, that's why I cancelled, because I got the email. I mean, it's a bit early for them to be charging the rascals. It doesn't come out for like 3 weeks from the date of that email. It's a bit early.
Yeah, I was like, what date is it? Where am I? What's going on? You know, I was so confused that was happening because when I bought it, it was like, that's something that's happening in the distant future. And now you're telling me it's about 2 weeks. So, I mean, that's cool. But it's more than 2 weeks, isn't it, actually? Because 2 weeks is Comic-Con-ish time. Is it 3.5 weeks?
I mean, Comic-Con's a week away from when this podcast releases.
Good Lord.
You need to get yourself a calendar, sir. I can highly recommend them.
I barely remember it's Wednesday. Like, I'm just...
It's not. It's Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. When does this console come out? I thought it was like the 6th of June or something.
5th, I think.
Yeah, 5th of June.
Yeah, so I'd consider that to be 3 weeks.
That's because you're not living on Saturday like the rest of us.
No, just under 3 weeks. But I'm rounding up rather than down. I'm rounding up 2 days rather than rounding down like 4-5 days like you are.
I'm expecting to get mine a few days early as a special reward for being lovely.
I mean, when I got that email, I thought they'd said, I read it as like, we've dispatched it. And I thought, what? Like, how am I going to keep this sort of from backfiring on me somehow? And then I realised, no, they're not sending it already. It would have been probably a mess if they'd sent me, because it's going to, I imagine, well, actually, a console, wouldn't it? As I said, games wouldn't work properly, but I imagine Mario Kart is probably going to be ready. There wouldn't be anyone to play it with, but...
They send in these with power cables, because they haven't done power cables with 3DSs for years, have they? Do they do power cables with the Switch these days? Or are you expected to provide your own electricity?
I hope so.
I assume as much. There'll be at least a USB. Whether they'll put a plug on the end of it, God knows.
Sure how I feel about this.
I don't want to have to use the one from the old Switch because I've given that to my youngest. So if I end up having to take the power cable off him, he's gonna dislike me somewhat.
You must have another power cable somewhere in your house. I don't believe you're a man of just one cable.
I mean, yeah, but I hoard them all like a dragon next to where I sit. So I sit there watching telly with all the cables just next to me, safe in a pile. Well, they're all plugged into a power socket, but I'm the only person that uses it. Because my family just haven't bothered setting them. None of them thought to set themselves up a little extension lead next to the sofa like I did. I got a little table, little extension cord thing.
What? So it's next to the sofa that other people sit on, but they're not allowed to use your cables?
I don't stop them from using it. They just don't tend to. I mean, I sometimes benevolently pick up their out of battery tech and put it on charge for them, and then they get confused.
For a small fee.
Well, they're like, "Oh, I can't find my iPad on my phone, or whatever," and I'm like, "It's in the little." I even got, like you get those. They're like, I don't know what you put in them normally. Paperwork, maybe. They're like 3-tiered kind of little box thing. I got one of them back when I had my MacBook. I could slip my Mac into it, and it would just charge there. But I put that under the table, and then I put all the tech in that, like the handheld switch, the Ollie has, stuff like that. So yeah, I pop it in there, charge it, and none of them are aware that this seems to exist and they could do it themselves. It's always just me offering it out to them. But they'll sit on like the other side of the sofa going, I haven't got a charger, I can't charge my phone. And I'm like, you could literally just put it down here or set up a little wire for yourself over that end. But yeah, no, I hoard them all. So there might be a wire in all of that I could use for the Nintendo. I would just rather they sent me a new one.
Well, I'll speak to Mario myself and see if he can arrange one specifically for you. They probably do sell them. I haven't checked. It probably does come with it. There's a lot of these lovely Switch 2 accessories I'm looking at on here. You can even get little wired headphones, which seems like an insane thing for them to sell in 2025. I didn't know wired headphones still exist. 20 quid for a pair of wired earbuds with Nintendo Switch 2 written on the side. They look like they're fresh out of 2017. They've even got the little leather effect carry pouch that you used to get with earphones. Remember them?
But I have a carry pouch for my Switch, and I don't think my Switch has ever been in it. I brought like a carry thing that had all these slots in it for games. It never leaves its dock. I don't even hold it handheld.
He doesn't have a handheld Nintendo. He has a home console Nintendo.
Yeah,
never been out.
Sheepdog's still playing on a Wii and hasn't noticed.
No, I mean this Switch 2 will probably never leave its little docking station for as long as I have it. I mean, sometimes I visit people and they're like, "Did you not bring your Switch?" And I look at them like, "I didn't bring my Xbox either. What are you saying?" You know, it just doesn't, in my head, it's just not for that, and it won't ever be.
I can't imagine what you do while you're having a poo. It makes no sense to me. Do you have a telly in there?
I mean, I don't yet, but that's a really good idea. I tend to prop my phone up with TikTok and just let it.
What do you mean prop it up? You have to scroll TikTok. Are you picking it up each time you need to move to a video?
The next thing I was about to say was it backfires if I lean against the wall and watch it while I just sat there, because I forget that I have to scroll on TikTok. That is annoying.
I got Anna a little TikTok ring for Christmas that she can have on her finger, and she can do the scrolling motion with her thumb with the ring on her finger, so she doesn't have to hold the phone.
Oh,
does that actually work? I don't think I've ever seen you use that.
Yeah, I got it to work. I just haven't used it. That's all.
I'm in such a pathetic situation at the moment that if I do anything, I get like tired by it. So the other day, me and Mrs. Sheepdog went for a walk to a coffee shop in Deeping and just got a coffee and then walked back. And then for like the rest of the day, my legs were just ruined. But there is genuinely...
you didn't walk places before you were ill. What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking I haven't really left the house in ages, and it was a good idea. But yeah, but there's genuinely days where I'm knackered and I'm in bed a lot of the time, and so I lay there watching TikTok or YouTube, and my thumb muscles are ruined from just swiping.
Not your poorly thumbs.
It's ridiculous. No, but the thing is, like, if I sit at my computer and do stuff, my whole entire right arm gets ruined. If I'm playing on the Xbox, my thumbs will end up getting. It's so weird to think, right, well, I'll lay here and I'll do this, and then genuinely, I had to buy like a, what's it called? You wear them, you put your hand in it. It's
glove?
for, well, it is a glove, but it's for like injured.
He sat there with boxing gloves on to stop him scrolling TikTok.
I've got a box here.
You've got a thumb splint because you've injured yourself looking at boobies on the internet. You are a monster.
Not boobs, no. I don't need TikTok for boobs. I've got a mirror, but no, I had to buy a thumb brace. And I thought, it came with two sets. It came with one that was for like helping you with mild injuries, and it came for one with serious injuries. And the small injury one did nothing. I had to put the full-on solid metal bit in there to recover my thumb for about a week. Because I was just so wrecked, and I'm just like, oh, this is ridiculous. But yeah, I've had.
Right, we need to get you a TikTok ring to solve this problem.
The thing is, I can't wear my wedding ring. I haven't worn a wedding ring for about 8 years because my fingers are too big.
Here's a tip: get the TikTok ring in the right size, and you won't have that problem.
My wedding ring's like ZZ.
I don't know what that means. I don't understand ring
It goes
sizing.
from like A to ZZ. So AA would be like
Okay. So it's basically a
big.
watch.
Basically.
Sheepdog's wedding bracelet that you can't get missing.
Yeah. I imagine someone who wears an A ring would probably be able to wear my wedding ring as a bracelet. I don't think they do AAA or any higher than that, but I don't even know where my wedding ring is now. Mrs. Sheepdog probably sold it. I
Just put
genuinely
it to
don't know where
one
it is.
side, ready for her next husband, so she doesn't have to buy another one. It's very wise financial planning.
She can get it melted down and probably use it for the next 4 husbands. It's genuinely, ridiculous. But yeah, rings are no good for me. To be fair, they should just make it voice activated, and then I can just be like next and just I don't know.
I mean,
Command.
TikTok could easily be facial expression activated. I can't believe the algorithm decides what we're going to watch anyway. It should decide based on your face cam whether or not you're enjoying it. And if you're not, just scroll you. You shouldn't have to decide for yourself whether you want to watch a video or not. It should judge it based on how you react when it comes on.
I don't
That's the
want
next
it to.
stage of evolution.
I don't want it to be recording what I'm doing when I'm wiping and stuff while the video's playing. You know, I
Don't watch TikTok while you're wiping. Pause for a minute.
Well,
You
I mean, that's
dirty
usually when it
monster.
loops. That's usually when I just hear the same video on loop for 2 minutes, and I'm like, bloody hell, stop repeating yourself.
2 minutes wiping your bum. What are you doing?
I mean, maybe not 2 minutes. I don't know how long these things take. I just said a
Right.
word.
Next time you wipe your bum, I want you to time it.
I'll
Turn
message
TikTok
you.
off. Put a stopwatch on. I want to know exactly how long it takes.
I'll let
If
you
it
know
takes
afterwards.
more than 2 wipes, you need more fibre in your diet.
Mate, my diet is mostly fiber, Weetabix, fiber biscuits. You know, I'm all over the fiber.
Well, then it shouldn't be taking you 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah, but I don't know if I mentioned, but my muscles are severely fatigued. So, you know, I'm lucky if I survive going to the toilet after time. It's knackering. If I suddenly need a number 2, I'm like, right, well, that's the next 4 hours written off. I've got to have a lie down now.
Get yourself one of those bum squirter things. You can buy them on Amazon and
I've
have them
genuinely
fitted
thought
onto
about
your
it.
toilet.
But again, how am I going to set that up? If I go and have a bath,
Well,
I have to go and have a 2-hour lie down.
Yeah,
It's mad.
Mrs. Sheepdog's the one with the toolbox, isn't she? She can set it up for you.
Yeah, there's been a toilet seat for a change for about 3 months, and she ain't done it. I'm very, very disappointed. I keep reminding her.
Oh, wow.
I even looked up the make, a model, and sent her the video showing her that I genuinely can't do it because it involves getting on the floor and going behind the toilet, and I can't fit in that gap. She's gonna have to go down there and figure it out.
Well,
I was like, have I disconnected the silence?
boys and girls, I don't want to alarm any of you, but I've done some gaming activity this week.
No, you haven't.
I
That's
have.
unlikely.
Mm.
What did they do? Bring out a Football Manager demo?
No, you see, I want to clarify. I haven't actually played a game. I have done some gaming activity.
Oh,
I have
Okay, that's
charged.
something.
I've charged up my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've installed Fallout 4, and I am now
Mhm.
working through the tutorial to try and get Fallout London working on it, because I want to play Fallout London, but I want to play it on the
good
Steam
luck
Deck,
with that.
and it's like a 19-step process
Yep.
of various things. So I'm partway through that, and I got frustrated and stopped. But I spent a good hour on it, so you know, a good hour of gaming time trying to get that working. But Anna keeps watching videos about it, and we've just watched the Fallout TV series, and I really quite like the idea of wandering around St. Pancras shooting zombies in the face, or whatever Fallout is.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone's got any tips or simpler tutorials, or in this day and age, I can't believe there's not a file out there that has all the setup already done that I can just download.
There is.
Why have I not got that, Pub?
Because it
Why have
doesn't
you not
work
told
on
me
a
about
Steam
it?
Deck.
Oh, you see, that's what I mean. I need it to work on the Steam Deck. I need
You could
someone
put an
to
extra
stick-
layer in. You've put an extra layer into something that's already difficult by making it say it needs to run on Linux as well.
Yeah, well, I don't want to play it on a PC. I don't want to sit at
No, I
my
know,
desk
but I'm
and wear a
saying
tie
it's-
and play it. I want to do it while I'm on the toilet.
Yeah. Which is why you need to probably stick
And I
to
want
that
to
tutorial.
control it by a TikTok scrolling ring. That's the control method I want, so that I can play it whilst wiping my bum.
Now, did the video you were watching have it working on a Steam Deck?
Yeah, apparently it does work. That's what
Okay,
caught
so
my eye.
Okay, I just didn't want
Definitely
you to
works,
be
but
trying to do it. And it
I'm
didn't
not
work.
kidding when I say I think it's 19 steps, and a
Yeah.
lot of it involves being on the desktop version
Yeah.
on the Steam Deck, and also I don't know how, when, or why, but my touchscreen is broken on my Steam Deck. I can't use the touchscreen at all. So the only way I can use
Jeepers.
the only way I can use
How have you broken that?
I don't know. It's
He
I just
throws it on the floor at night. He doesn't look after things. You should see the side of his head.
Everything else is fine, but I touch the screen and nothing happens, so I can't use the on-screen keyboard or anything. So the only way I can use the desktop mode is if I plug it into a keyboard and a mouse. So it's a whole faff, but I would quite like to play it. Me and Anna have got a little Skegness caravan trip booked because we're cool guys, and I'd quite like to sit there outside my caravan in Skegness playing Fallout on my Steam Deck. Although now I'm thinking about it, the Switch 2 will be here by then, so this might all be an absolute waste of time.
You've got nothing to play on it.
I'll download Minecraft and Balatro. That's all I need.
There's a guy on Reddit who created an auto installer for Fallout London.
What, for Steam Deck?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just put it in the chat.
Interesting. I'm now checking
to see if Sheepdog. It does mean you've got to go to Reddit though.
I use Reddit all the time now. I'm a proper Reddit guy.
Oof.
I'm on Reddit hours a day. Love Reddit. Okay. I will. I'll be back in 20 minutes, then, boys and girls. Once I've got this installed.
That's why they smash it on the floor. It's not working.
Yeah. Oh, that does look nice. And then, Anna, am I going to enjoy Fallout London? Because you haven't even played it, have you?
I don't.
Which surprises me. That surprises me. Why don't you want to play it?
I like to watch Miniature Nerd play it.
There's 19 steps to play it. It seems like a lot of work.
Interesting. Well, I'll report back next week, boys and girls, on what step of the 19 I have reached. I will try and use the Sheepdog method. But I'm reading through the comments on this, and lots of people are talking about it crashing. Followed all the steps. But unfortunately, game crashes immediately. Game crashed. All it did was crash. So, yeah, this is going to be fine. I'll be mooching around London with my guns and things hanging out in no time. And that is the full extent of my gaming experience this week. In fact, no, it's not. God damn it, I'm a liar. Because I am currently, and I'm just checking, I think I'm allowed to talk about this. I am currently playing a test flight game on the App Store. And I'm trying to find the name of the game.
Okay.
It is called Football Club Manager. And it's by the guy who made Motorsport Manager. He founded the studio that made Motorsport Manager, but has now left there and gone independent bedroom developer again, and has basically made a version of Football Manager for iOS and Android that is currently in beta. It's available in I lost 4-0 in my first match, I've just checked. It's available in the Netherlands and Ireland at the moment as part of its soft launch. But it's basically remember, and if anyone remembers Football Manager Live, it's a bit like that, in that you have a team and you are in a game world, and every other team in the game world is managed by an actual human as well. And you play one match a day at 7:00 in the evening. But the interface and everything is very Football Manager-y. And I've only had it for a day, and I've only played one match, and I lost it because obviously I missed my 7:00 kickoff because I was hanging out with you rascals. So I lost 4-0. So apparently my high pressing attacking tactic with short passing didn't really work.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You missed the 7:00 game
Yeah,
because
I
you
was
were hanging
here
out with
with
us. What do
you.
you mean? Does it run in real time?
The
What do you mean?
Yeah, the match is that you play one match a day at 7:00 because you're playing against another human.
Oh, I see. And it's you played against a real human.
Yeah. Although
they
they just used the tactics that I set up in advance, and I was only halfway through doing that. So yeah, I lost 4-0.
I see.
Which isn't ideal. We got absolutely ruined. We were lucky to only lose 4-0 looking at these match stats, and they had a player sent off on 52 minutes. We were absolutely rotten. So what I've learnt there, boys and girls, is my tactic didn't work. So I'll now try a different one. Gordon Bennett. It was like I wasn't even there.
Wait,
I
so
feel like their person's turned up and actually played this, which is a little bit unfair.
So you got another game
It's
tomorrow.
cheating.
I'll have another game tomorrow, yeah. So now I'm going to fiddle with my tactics and.
So it's not. It's a little bit. I can't think. So it's like Football Manager. If you played an actual game of Football Manager, you would rattle a season off within 24 hours.
This is basically a massive network game with hundreds of people on each server. There's 5 divisions. I'm in the 4th of 5 divisions. You can get sacked by your club and have to apply for a job back in your game world at another club. So you can either move up through the leagues by winning or move up through the leagues by getting a different job by outperforming other people. And in order to buy players, someone else on the server has to agree to sell your player. So it's got like a proper marketplace stuff going on. So every club gets a £20 million budget. So I've got £20 million to spend as posh manager. But obviously I need to convince people to sell me their players. And I just tried to sign Bukayo Saka and it didn't go very well. So I don't think he's coming to posh anytime soon. But it's like I say, I've played it for an hour and I've played one match, but the concept of it seems really interesting. And I think it's launching here soon. It's not currently available unless you're in the Netherlands or Ireland. It won't be on the App Store yet, but it will be soon. And it does seem really rather interesting. So keep an eye out for it, boys and girls. I'll probably have more news on it next week. There's a good chance, if it turns out to not be rubbish, which the jury's still out at the moment, but there is a good chance I'll make a video on it in the relatively near future where I'll show you all a bit more information. But it's quite fun. The guy reached out and said, "Do you want to have a little go on it?" He's offered to set me up my own Lelujo server on it as well, so it might be something I do with my boys and girls. I might let you in, Pab, because you've shown enthusiasm. I might let you on the Lelujo server when it opens. Yeah, it looks fun. Keep an eye out for it, boys and girls. Christian West's Football Club Manager, it's called.
Okay.
And there we go. You should.
It reminds me of
gaming. Complete.
There used to be like a website you could do that kind of thing on. Like I'm talking 20 years ago. I remember my uncle had a team on it. I'm trying to remember the name of it now because you suddenly hit me with a bit of nostalgia there. That was
there used to be stuff like that would run in like Match and Shoot magazine, and you'd play by post even before the website.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
So stuff like the concept of it has been around for years, but it's a very smooth interface. It feels very Football Manager-y, but Football Manager modernized and very smooth and very, very mobile-y. I mean, it's a mobile game, but yeah, it's fun. From what I've played so far, it's fun. I won't enjoy it if I lose 4-0 every day. I'll very quickly lose interest if I turn out to not be very good at it.
Well, you've got in with the guy that's making it, so you can tell him how to make it so you're better at it.
Yeah,
like you did a Football Manager.
I'm just going to say to him, look, let's not mess around. As part of giving me this survey, tell me what the meta tactic is. Thank you. What's the cheat? How do I cheat at it? I want to be able to cheat. How do I reload when I'm playing against an actual human? Talk about games, boys and girls. I'm trying to sign Harry Kane.
Okay.
I was trying to read the. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I was reading the bloody instructions on that Fallout thing so that I could point out where it's going wrong for people. To you, but someone mentioned the Good Old Games app, which I keep meaning to get into again. I've got it. I think I had it on my computer at one point because I saw I don't know if this is a thing they do a lot, but they randomly spent money on resurrecting Breath of Fire 4, which is it's a sequel to a game I love, but I like Breath of Fire 4. 3 was the better one of them, but they saw that it was dying off or something, unavailable, and they went and resurrected it. And I just thought that's fascinating that they're doing that. And I wonder what other games are going to get sorted. And yeah, they've sort of remastered it a bit, and you can get it to play on PC. Yeah, or Steam Deck. I mean, so if you've never played that, it's a JRPG. It's awesome. Go and check it out. I absolutely loved it. You get to play from So when you play the story, it tells the story from the protagonist's perspective and then switches to the antagonist's perspective. And then throughout, so there'll be like chapters where it stops and then it goes to the other one. And then at the end, when you come to the final battle, you can basically decide whether to lose as the hero and let the baddie win, or vice versa. I've only ever seen the baddie win on it because I wasn't good enough to beat them with the good, because I didn't level up enough. So seeing that it came out, I thought, well, you know what, I need to get that and play it through at some point because it'd be good to see how it ends. But I thought it was quite a clever way to have you kind of play it and complete it how you want to complete it and decide whose side you're on and that kind of thing. I don't see many games doing that. From actually what I've played perspective, because I've been texting you about it through the week, Pabby, but I've obviously been playing more of Expedition 33.
Yes.
I obviously am still loving it. It's fantastic. I kept seeing little articles pop up saying like this game had no business trying to be a platform game. What were they thinking? And when I first saw that, I was like, yeah, I don't know what that means. But now I'm like, okay, yeah, they were insane for trying to put platforming tasks in this. There's gestural, I can't say it. The beaches. Gestural Beach. There's like a little side game thing there where you can try and do like an obstacle course or a race or this or that. Apparently the prizes on them are very low value, like hairstyles or costumes or whatever. There's not anything like, a master weapon or whatever. So I'm just going to ignore them entirely, that like they don't exist, because I cannot for the life of me run my characters along logs or jump from platform to platform. And it's not what the game's about. It's just a completely sideways step into a different game style randomly. And it's like, okay, I get that they're trying to add depth to it, add more things like other games do, but it's not polished like the rest of it. Beyond that, I think I don't want to sound like a negative review of it, because I love this game. I'm so addicted to it, and I think I'm driving my family mad because I'm playing it. I basically get up in the morning, send them all off to school and work, and then I have my post-wash nap, and then I sit and play this for like 3 hours, and then I have lunch, and I have a nap, and then I wake up and I play this for a bit, and then everyone comes home, and then when they've got to bed, I play it for a bit, and it's most of what I do each day at the moment. But I don't understand how the weapons work, so I keep powering up the weapon I've got because that's the strongest one. But then I can't tell which ones are going to be powerful and worth powering up when I look at them. Like I get that if they've got like a D in their rankings for whatever stat, that's not worth using. But I ended up Googling like what is the best weapon to invest all your points in. But I was trying really hard not to get spoilers, so I didn't really end up reading it, because one of them was like, oh, you get this weapon at this place. And I thought, I don't want to read any more of that. But I'm just kind of at a loss of like, okay, I know I can reset their stats and that kind of thing. I actually got Lune's weapon that I screenshot a page someone had written on Reddit where they listed the best weapon for each character, and I just happened to get her one. I was like, okay, cool. But even then, when I ended up resetting her stats and then plowing it all into the ones that were, I think, B and C on there, and I didn't feel like it particularly made her stats go that much higher, even though I'd kind of focused on the right bit. And I was like, okay, I didn't, like an idiot, I didn't note down what the attack and that was before I reset it. So I didn't know whether it was higher afterwards or not. I'm pretty sure most of them are, but I think the defense is slightly lower. And I was like, I suppose in this build, she's just less defensive. Somehow she had like a defense of 750, which no one else in my team has anything near that. But yeah, it's interesting to try and figure out. But I think I wish they'd made the platforming more smooth, and that B, maybe they gave us a way to see what the stats were for these weapons, like to be able to kind of say, well, what does this look like at level 20? What does this look like at level 30? Whatever. Because if I could do that for each of the weapons, then I would be like, right, okay, I'm going to put this one in and I'm going to level it up by fighting, because that would then be encouraging me to do it right. The only other thing for me now is I don't know. I think I'm at a point where I need to kind of go and do side missions again before I crack on. But I also can't remember what act I'm on, and I'm like, I think I think this is a 3-act game, but I genuinely can't remember whether I'm on act
Quite
2 or
possibly.
3. And so I'm like, So yeah, I don't want to accidentally stumble into the end game, not realizing I'm at it, because I've kind of lost all concept of whether I'm far through it or not. But yeah, I mean, I'll let you know afterwards how that played out. Once it's not a spoiler for you, I'll tell you about it. But no, I'm absolutely loving it. I think the reason why I'm also a bit kind of like I don't think I'm at the end is because I don't think I've got all of the abilities for SK. Because I noticed that there was bubbles and it said, "Oh, SK can't go underwater at the moment." And I thought, okay, so we can go underwater at some point. And do you know what I mean? It was like, hopefully that's not a spoilery thing. I don't really know like why I would want him to do that. I've got no concept of why I'd want him to do that. But it said it on the screen when I went near a place, and I was like, okay. So then I'm like, well, I must be quite a way off because I'm sure there's probably from what he has said, there must be other things he can do. And when you meet him, he tells you things he can do, and you're like, well, he hasn't done that yet. So I'm a bit. I feel like the game maybe needs something to give you a bit more of a clue where you are. Like even if it's just a percentage thing that said I was only 70% of the way through the story or something, that'd be useful. But yeah, other than that, still absolutely loving it. I still suck at parrying. I tried to get better at it. There's actually a boss, like a side boss. You don't have an optional boss where it just attacks you constantly, and you have to parry. And I sucked at that. Do you know what I ended up actually doing? And I might go back
Did you
and
do
try.
it?
No. So I haven't done him yet, but I reckon I'm going to deck him later. And the way I'm going to do it is, I equip everyone with first strike. I go through. I shoot them constantly till my AP is used up, and then I have a move that they could do. Say I leave 3, I have a move that they could do where they could do it twice, but they also get AP for doing the move, so that I can shoot them a bit more, and then I attack, and that'll leave him defenseless or whatever. And I was getting him down to like the final, I don't know, 25% health, and then he'd do his full-on attack thing. But I had everyone equipped with explode when they die.
Right.
So, so every time he killed someone, they exploded. So I was getting him down to like an inch of health before, like the second wave would come in, and then they die quite quick because they're not very well optimized. Well, they are now, but they weren't then. But I'm thinking I could probably get him without doing a single parry if I have a crack at it tonight. But go on.
Do you know what you get from doing that fight?
Probably nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Not worth your time.
Yeah, I mean, part of me
I
just
looked it
wants
up
to do.
because I was just baffled. I was like, I thought, is this game bugged? I was like, why am I not getting the turn?
Oh no,
I
I
was like,
thought
I
it
don't
was
understand.
bugged. Yeah.
So I went and looked it up, and it showed me like what you get for it. You get a picto, and it's like,
Is it a parrying picto that I'm never going to use?
I can't remember what it was, but I looked at it and went, you know what? I'm not overly sure I'd use that anyway, so I'm just going to walk away from this. I tried it 3 times, and I went, yeah, I'm not. Because the attacks are doable. The attacks are you can parry them. It is doable, but to sustain it for the amount of time you would need to without mistakes is just it's too much. It's too much. So I just gave up on it. I was just like, you know what? No. It's not worth my time. I'd like to finish this game, so I just stopped.
I had a crack at. There's another one outside of a cave that is just like it's a rock that bounces. And each go it bounces more, so it's really hard to kind of know whether it stopped what it's doing or whether it's still going to go. And that I haven't gone back to that yet. Now that my attack on everything is quite a bit higher now. I've upgraded everything a bit, like it's 1500 or something more. So I might be able to crack through a lot of them. But again, I think I can go all the things that I found hard before. I reckon I could probably go back and take on now. But yeah, it's getting difficult. It's fun though. I'm still loving it. I haven't put it down to story mode. I'm still on normal mode, which I'm quite pleased with myself.
Oh, that's your problem.
I mean, I haven't got stuck on anything. You know, the optional stuff I've either done eventually or I've just walked away from. There's one that I can't remember if I've killed, but I also can't find it. There was one where you have to try and kill it, and there's a wall moving towards you from either side, and you've only got a certain amount of moves before the walls crush you. And I can't for the life of me remember where that was. So I know that I tried to kill it maybe 5 or 6 times, but I genuinely can't remember whether I beat it or not now. It's like I should probably look that up. But yeah, no, they've got some very novel, clever bosses and pitfalls and stuff. I also didn't think I would use all of the characters that much. Like I was a bit disappointed that they limit you to 3 characters in your party because I was like, well, I already wasn't
Yeah.
using Skyel and the last character you get. I
What's
wasn't
his
using them.
name? What's his name? Why am I
Monoko,
drawing a
you mean?
blank? Monoko. See,
Yeah.
but there is such incentive to use Monoko because the only way he gets better is by
Yeah.
using him.
Yeah.
So I feel so pressured to use
Well-
him, even though he's not the best character for me at the minute.
So I was like, both of these characters seem cool. I'm very disappointed I'm not going to get to use them. And then I realized if I prepare Skyel, is that her name? Skyel? I've set her up knowing she's coming in when the cards are down kind of thing, and it's all wrong, and I need her to kind of salvage things, and so she auto rushes, she auto shells and all of that, and it's actually working quite well for me. But I put Monoko in my team in the end, and it's been quite fun because I went back to the very first part of the map and just went and had him kill everything. I kind of wish he'd stop going, "Oh, what lovely feet," because he just sounds like a pervert. But yeah, it's for anyone who doesn't play it, he eats feet to learn moves. But he just goes, "Oh, what lovely feet!" every time he comes into a fight, and you're like, "Oh, mate." But yeah, I actually only have about 12 more things I need him to kill to
Oh wow,
get all the
okay.
moves. Yeah, so and I haven't been trying. I just had him in my team. I went back to that first bit and did them, and then once I had him in my team and cracked on with the game, I guess I've just picked things up as I've gone. I am thinking I might take him to the water place that you start off in. There's probably some bits in there that he hasn't fought yet, but yeah, it's I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, I know it's already been written as like a love letter to Final Fantasy and all of that, but there is a lot of nods to different things from it, and Monoko is very much like Quen from 9 and any other blue mages where they learn moves. There's been quite a few. I didn't realize that the Gastrals have a card game called Double Dryad, and I didn't realize that was Triple Triad from Final Fantasy VIII, like a nod to that. I read the name of it and was just like, oh, and then I saw someone did a TikTok about it, and I was like, oh my god, that completely went over my head. But yeah, there's lots of nods to Final Fantasy in there. Yeah, very happy with it. But so that is all I played this week, other than like I'm still cracking on with Pokemon Pocket TCG. I've kind of made a rod for my own back because I really enjoy playing it with my 7-year-old. Every morning and every night, he'll pick cards for me and show me the packs that he's opened for me. But it means that I can't open them myself. So I'm very much like, oh, I've got another pack to open. I'll have to save that for the next 6 hours. But yeah, I'm still doing the battles on it. I just felt I need to probably add something in it to make it a bit more entertaining because they keep bringing out new packs, and I think I'm like 10 away from finishing the current one and 5 from the one before that, and all the others are done. And it's like I don't want them to just release another pack for me to slog through. I need it to have something more to it than that, really. I think that is it for me. I'm wondering what I'm going to play next after this Expedition 33 is done. But have you played anything else?
I've predominantly played Expedition 33 again. I've not even played anywhere near as much because you messaged me and said, "Oh, I finished Act 1." That was after we recorded last week's episode. And then you messaged me again later in this week, and then I was like, "What?" I was like, "Wait, what?" And then I pretty much was just before that point where you said you get to the corals, and I was like, "Oh, Sheepdog's past me now." Okay.
When you said that, I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, I pretty much next time I turned it on, I just got to the corals in the open world and stuff like that. So I'm just doing like the first of the axons.
Yeah, I've just done the second one.
Yeah, I'm on the first one, which is like the first on the left hand side. It's the one with I'm doing like all the masks, many faces mask sort of thing, and you do like a series of fights with like creepy masks. I've done like all the 3 ways you're meant to go apart from the main way you're meant to go. That's if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I love how
like,
they were like, you can either come through here or you can go off and have a wander. And I was like, oh, I'll have a wander then, thanks.
Yeah. So I assume that it'll probably me doing that will make it a lot easier on me doing the final battle. I don't know because it says you can go straight through to the boss, or you can have a wander through, and then you go through each. There's 3 different directions you can go, and then you kind of fight like a mini boss sort of thing. I've done all 3 of those, and I'm preparing to go into the final one. Yeah, it's still absolutely solid game, absolutely solid. It continues to just be excellent, and
I think I was there yesterday, so I feel like I'm just a day ahead. And I imagine you'll be if you play at the same rate, you'll be finishing where I am tomorrow. And then,
If I really push on it, I look. Listen, who knows? I might finish it for next week. I don't know. I feel like you're doing a lot more stuff than I am, Sheepdog, because you saying you're going back to places for Minoko. I'm thinking I ain't doing that.
He gets some good moves. To be fair,
he well do. I mean, I don't know about you, Sheepdog. I'm looking through the skills list. I've got like 8 points that some people need to use because I don't have anything. I don't have anything that I want to put in.
I don't want to mess.
I look at it. Go. I don't quite know which way I'm pushing this, and I've got a good thing going right now. So I don't want to spend points on something I'm not going to use. So I just kind of leave them there.
When they added in that trigger ability thing, it completely wrecked my. I don't know. I don't know if I just accidentally pressed that or what, but I had a habit of just like hitting X, hitting Y, pressing go, and they're doing the moves, and I just automatically know what I want each person to do. And then suddenly I'm opening that bloody menu every time by mistake, and I'm like, "What am I doing?" And
they had another little mechanic to the fighting midway through. I don't know, midway through Act 2 might be generous, but where basically every time you use magic, you fill up a gauge. Magic, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Pixels,
is it chroma?
Chrome, whatever it is. Yeah. Basically, go on.
Have you been talking to people at camp and building your relationships?
Yes.
Okay.
Still not sure on that, but I am doing.
Do it every time you camp because I think every person you get to level 4, it adds another move to that trigger ability thing.
I see. Okay.
And it adds so much. I mean, I was a little bit like, this had so much story to people talk about their past and their whatever. It's just there's just loads of extra story to that, and I'm thinking people could miss that.
Like, how often are you going back to camp?
Well, it automatically does it quite often. But,
yeah.
I did it one time. I go there when I want to upgrade weapons and stuff, and one time I must have been behind or something because it suddenly let me talk to everyone twice. So I got like 2 levels worth of conversations, but I had to obviously sit there then for, I don't know, 10 minutes while they all talked. But yeah, I think everyone's at level 5 now for mine.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I'm pleased obviously that I've got the moves. It's been cool with that, but I do wonder how much higher it can go and whether I've missed any. I don't know how long it's been there. As I kind of mentioned earlier, there's a lot of stuff they just don't tell you about. And I know they've said that's intentional. They just want you to figure it out and learn and discover and replay it and stuff. But part of me is like, I suddenly looked at the map and thought, I can't tell whether there's a whole extra side of this map that I've not been on. Because I can see some corals that I've not gone through, and I'm like, should check it out later. But if it turns out to be a whole other continent I've not visited, I'm an idiot. And also, the game never told me it was there, so it's quite funny. I imagine I'll go there, there'll just be a cliff in the way, and that'll be it. But I was a little bit surprised to see the gap on the map, but it's just covered up with Shroud. Anyway, fantastic game. I'm sure this is going to be our game of the year at the end of the year. Or at least we're going to be voting it, and we need Anna to play it.
Anna has played it.
I thought she stopped playing it.
Yeah, I'm not playing it at the moment.
That means it won't be game of the year if it didn't catch Anna.
There's a lot of stuff to.
Does it work on Steam Deck? Is it something I should be trying? I'm having a look.
I
Oh, it's
don't know, you know.
playable. It's not verified. It's playable
Ha.
Well, that's,
I mean,
because of
that's
in-game
enough.
text. Yeah.
in-game text. I mean, it's voice acted, so
Everything.
yeah. No, I suppose.
I don't speak fluent French, unlike you, Sheepdog. That's the problem.
Oui, oui.
Exactly.
They have a very robust colorblind setting,
Do
which
they,
I've
by
been
golly?
meaning to
Is that how
say.
they describe it? We have a robust
No,
colorblind setting.
I just noticed it there. It had like 10 settings and levels to it and stuff, and I was just like, crikey, that is very robust. I have a permanent dot in the middle of the screen, which has completely stopped me from getting motion sick. I'm so impressed. I mean, I did that with Last of Us, but the fact that they I'm really sorry that my phone keeps going off. I've had it on loud because I've been waiting for a call from the doctor and I forgot to turn it off for the podcast, but it's just gone off so many times just now in a row that I have to acknowledge it. Anyway, yeah, no, the dot in the middle of the screen, I don't know what it does, but it stops me getting sick and it's perfect. And I'm just like, bloody hell, why is this so perfect? Because there was even, I thought I'd turned off there's a shaky cam setting you can turn off, which I did turn off, but there's also another setting that it says on it, turn this off if you get motion sick when you play games. And I thought I'd turned that off, but I saw that it's been on the entire time, and I'm just like, excellent. The dot has cured all. Because before I found the dot, I was feeling a bit icky, and I went looking and put that on. But I'm very impressed, and yeah. Check out those colorblind settings, Kev. You'll be blown away.
Oh, well, I'm in. Yeah. Anna, tell them what you've been playing if you've not been playing this.
So I was playing Days Gone, and I was very much well, I was playing it, and then I thought, you know what, I can't be bothered to do this, so I brought my PS4 save from 2019 in and started from there, because I was just going through it thinking, I've done this. So I wanted to go from where I had gotten to, and I was just carrying on, and then a mission came up where I knew I had to deal with a horde. I've turned that off, and I will never go back to it. I don't like the hordes. They make me scared. I can't handle it. I don't know how to do it. They just surround me and eat me, and I'm not all that. Everything else I've been enjoying. I just don't like the hordes. I don't. It's the same with Dying Light. Love everything in the day. In the night, can't stand it. You won't get me playing that. I just can't. But I was enjoying what I did, and I understood the backstory and what was happening with his wife and stuff. So I got what I could get out of it. I don't know, altogether 45 hours maybe, in all in all, from 2019 until now. So I had a go at it, and then yesterday for some reason I just had this thought come in my head. I was like, I want to play Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm playing Guardians of the Galaxy. I just want a simple game that I can just go through, that is an actual story, not a place where I have to go from A to B, back to A. I can't be doing with that. I just want a nice, simple game that I can just go through and enjoy. I've played this. This is my third time playing it, but I enjoy it. I wish they would make number 2, but like we said before, obviously it apparently didn't sell well enough. I don't know why. No. It is an excellent game. It is fun. It's just got, if you like Guardians, you'll definitely like this, but people are just weird. I do have it on disc, but I just downloaded this off PlayStation Plus because I have it, so I thought I'll just use it. And yeah, I'm using it, but that's it. I've started using Cricket. That's fun. Me and Kevin were having a bickering before because Kevin wants certain things, and I've made one, and it's not right. And
for those of you not in the know, a Cricket is a cutting machine.
Yeah. But that's been fun. So I've got I found a newish a new hobby that I'm semi into. Not fully yet because I have to learn a lot of things, and I have a thing for not being able to learn things. But I did one cut thing yesterday, and it is cute, and he is now a printed piece of my cricket.
And she's going to make a load of Anna Loves Sharks mugs.
Though I do want to call it circuit because it's spelled CRICUT, and I so want to say circuit. But it's not.
To me, it should be cricket, but apparently it's cricket. That's how all the YouTubers say it.
Cricket. Yeah, I've just been doing a lot of sleeping this week. The dog has been annoying. Barking.
She means me.
No. Dave Dog has been barking hours into the night and pooping on the floor and stuff. He has finally stopped it, but yeah, this week has been a hard week. And because Kevin needs his sleep, I have to be the one that has to
I love
get
the
up.
way she puts that in air quotes, eh? I do need my sleep.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, but you can sleep on the sofa. I don't fit on it. I'd have to just stand in the living room.
You haven't even tried. You could do it.
It's not long enough.
Anyway, but yeah, just sleeping a lot because I have to catch it up in the daytime because this one over there, the furry one, wakes me up every hour because he needs to relieve himself. But he's finally got over that. I think it was a dodgy fish he had that Kevin made. So we're not giving him any food anymore.
Apparently, dogs don't have smoked haddock.
No.
No?
Even though I did check, but no, he did not agree with him. I think he's just getting old. He's got an old man's tummy now.
I probably should have taken the skin off. Maybe
you
he
did
doesn't
take
like
the skin off.
Did I? Oh God, I did. Yeah, I remember. I was messing around. I peeled the thing, didn't I? Even I eat the skin. I peeled the fish for the stupid dog. Maybe he wanted the skin.
But yeah, just sleeping. The 2021 game and the 2019 game has been my thing. Oh, I did start Avowed again for a bit.
Yeah.
I got to, well, basically what I did is I went through that like tutorial area.
Yes.
Got through that, got to the thing, and then I just went into the wilderness. So I've been doing missions that I know that I'll complete when I get back into the town. The thing that happens when you go in the town has just happened, so yeah. I have to go on from there. But yeah, I wanted the Guardians game. Because I know how it's just easy that I can go through it and I can enjoy it and just listen. Oh, one thing about it is, so this came out on the PS4, did it not? Is that true? Am I thinking right? I think it did.
Yeah.
And on the PS4, you'd be playing it, and obviously your team would talk to each other, through comms and stuff. Yeah, and that would come through your controller. Oh, it does not on the PS5. It will not use the controller to do comms. You have to go into settings, turn the controller voice thing off so you can hear the conversation. Because I was walking around and Quill was just talking to himself. I'm like, who is he talking to? What is happening? And every time I would see, like, I don't know, Rocket in the corner, and I was like, or Gamora, I was like, what is happening? And apparently, because it's now on PS5, that thing does not work, so you have to turn that off. But yeah, if you go and play it and you're thinking, why is he talking? Why is he saying things that you have no idea? You have to turn it off. But yeah, that does not work on PS5, so I like that. I like when they use the controller, because I know they do on Assassin's Creed for bits and bobs, and I just like it. I think it adds to the whole ambience of the game. But yeah, you can't use that. But that is me. That's all I've done.
Well,
yeah.
I have been. I went back to Blueprints. I can't get away from this game. It is everywhere. Blueprints right now. I don't know if it's just because I'm weeks behind on what I listen to at work on podcasts. It's probably about right, really. But every time I hear about it, I'm like, I need to just give it more time. Everyone says, just stick with it. It might not grab you in the first couple of hours, and it definitely didn't. So I've given it another couple of hours. And yeah, there is something there. There is something there. It turns out there is something there. The only deterrent for me is the fact that the game kind of like very much says to you, yeah, you're gonna need a notebook for this game. You're gonna need to write stuff down. And I've been playing it on. I've started playing it on the Steam Deck, and I was like, I'm playing it in bed. I haven't got a notebook. But I have just started taking. I figured out how to take screenshots on the Steam Deck, so I'm just filling my Steam Deck up with screenshots now. Yeah, it's an interesting one. There's definitely there is more to it than just getting to the 46 room, as it were. There's just stuff there that you just don't know what it is you're gonna need to. You don't like. I found the boiler room today. I don't know what the boiler room does. I spent 20 minutes in there trying to get the boiler working. Yeah, but where is it going though? Because then I got the boiler to turn on, and then there's like an option to put send the heat, I presume, or whatever it is, the power to 3 different vents, and you can pick one, 2, or 3. You can just move it around, move the dial around, and I was like, I don't know what this means. But at some point, I probably will know what this means. I got the breaker box room, and which I wasn't sure of initially when I found this the first time. There's still stuff in the breaker box. I don't know what it does. It's like a series of buttons that like gives you like a color coded type thing. I don't know what that means. I'll figure that out at some point. But then I did turn on I turned the power off to I turned the power off to the electronic doors. So then, if you found an electronic door, you would require a key card to access it. If you don't have a key card, you just physically can't go that way. If you turn the power off to them, you can then go through them. So I turned the power off to them. I then later on found an electronic door, and I could go through it. But I also turned the power on to the garage, which I then later on found a garage, and then from the garage, the power then allowed me to open the garage doors, and then I went outside. I'm suddenly in the back. I'm suddenly in like the back garden now, which I hadn't done before. And I've now opened like the side gate, so the side gate is now permanently open for me, which is cool. So there's like new places for me to explore, and new things going on, new mystery. So, yeah, it's one of those games that if you like a bit of a mystery exploring game, it's well worth a look. It really is, because there's something there, and like I say, it hasn't fully got me yet, but it's kind of like piqued my interest as to what's going on. And I also crafted a metal detector shovel, which was fun. There's like a crafting room, and I had enough equipment to make a metal detector shovel. So whenever I dig things up, there's a good chance I'll find money. Yeah. And the only other thing I've played Halo Infinite again. I was playing. A couple of friends of mine wanted to play Halo Infinite again, so I was like, yeah, go on, I'll reinstall it. Reinstalled it. Got it to play it, booted it all up, and then realised that Halo Infinite is a multiplayer game primarily these days, with the campaign as DLC. Didn't have the DLC downloaded, so we just had to play multiplayer. We were just going to play co-op campaign, but it didn't actually, like I say, didn't have it downloaded, so we ended up playing multiplayer, which was, surprisingly quite fun for a game that's a good few years old at this point, and probably the only people playing it are the hardcore. But yeah, it was good to play Halo multiplayer again, like 5-on-5, just kind of like team deathmatch kind of thing, really. And there was a few different game modes. I don't know what this is. There was one that was kind of like capture the flag-ish, or like it was like plant the bomb, I think it was, or something like that. I don't know, but it was all right. But yeah, it's fine. It was all right for what it was. I didn't hate what I was playing. I thought I was just like, oh, this is gonna be He's just going to get stomped around and he's just going to put us off from playing it again. But you know what? No, I enjoy my time and I would happily go and play Halo multiplayer again at some point in the future. And unless you want to hear me to shout about how angry I get at Marvel Rivals, that is it from me.
Why do you get angry at it?
It's just because
he's old, so he's not very good at it anymore.
I am. I'm better than the most people, but it's.
Yeah,
I'm
so
playing it. I'm playing in the bronze leagues. This is the problem. I'm playing to fight your way up the bronze leagues. You've got to climb your way up through the muck.
Sounds like you got to be better than you are.
I'm climbing my way out of it. I think I'm in silver now. I think I'm in silver 3.
Oh, there you go then.
Just pushing for gold.
Yeah, I'm in gold myself.
Are you? Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll wrap things up there then, boys and girls. If you would like to hassle us on the internet, you can do that at Mgukpodcast. Or you can follow me at Lelujo.
And you can follow me at Sheepdog6K.
I'm Miss Lelujo.
And out Pab 1986.
And we will see you next week, boys and girls.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Thanks, folks.
You're welcome, Pabby.